Stuck inside of this quarantine, now all I do is play FIFA. Stuck inside of this quarantine, now all I do is play FIFA. Stuck inside of this quarantine, now all I do is play FIFA. Stuck inside of this quarantine, I'm stuck. Getting down on my knees and I'm praying. I'm saying, please, EA, please bless me. It's so blatant. I'm cursed. Why? Pack Prime Crespo and I was shaking. Foot chance rewards got my heart breaking. Why? Hello, my name is One Star Weakfoot, and I am an SBC addict, and therefore we are starting this Broke Boy RTG episode off with an 81 player pick. And after this player pick, maybe I'll have enough for one more. Who knows? We are in the midst of the new Future Stars team, which let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of this team? In my opinion, this team actually has less interesting cards than last time around. I was hoping for a Ben Godfrey as an Everton fan, but I guess it wasn't in the works. But I mean, out of all the cards that are out right now, which ones really interest you guys? I mean, the Gio Reyna card that became a winger actually has worse stats than the striker or the cam version. The Reece James card now has only 80 pace. I don't know, guys. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm still digesting it. But yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna start this episode off hopefully with a bang. 81 player pick, and they have been historically very, very good for this account. I've probably done at least 40 to 50 on this account. Let's see what EA has in store for us. Ooh, yikes. That's gonna be a big yikes for me, man. Let me see if we can do one more. Because that does not leave me with satisfaction. I don't want to go out like that, as the saying goes. Let me see if there's any gold rares left, because I need, I believe, 5 of them. And honestly, I don't know if I have 5. 1. Oh, no. We can't do it, guys. We can't do it. We got too many high-rated players. It's not worth it. So, yeah. As you guys know from the thumbnail, we have changed the team up, and we've done an SBC. We have done a Liverpool player SBC, and I know it's disgusting. I know it makes you want to vomit to see me with so many red shites on one team. I'm even wearing a red shirt to commemorate it, but I mean, it is what had to be done. Our chemistry was very, very sensitive on this team, and I did want to fix that. So therefore, we have done the Curtis Jones SBC, and we've made some sales. Van der Sar, we took a bit of a loss on. But Reece James, we made a massive profit on. I believe after EA tax, we made about 60K on him because we bought him for like 480. Pjanic, we did get from the Curtis Jones SBC. And the rest of this stuff is just stuff I had lying around the club. And you might be wondering, yo, One Star, what does your team look like? We have made 2 big signings. And let me show you guys the new team. I mean, as you guys see, there are less players off cam. In fact, there's only 3 of them. Last week, I believe there was 4 of them. But we have made 2 massive signings. The first of which is this right back who's going to be playing at center back for us, Carlos Alberto, 90 pace, 87 defending. Looks very, very saucy if I do say so myself. But the main man we're going to be talking about today is going to be the Liverpool lad, Curtis Jones. He's 6'1". He has high work rates. He's right-footed with a 4-star combination. As you guys see here, he has played 9 games, all of them in the weekend league, and he has no goal contributions. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid to hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, when you look at this Curtis Jones card, I mean, I would say he's Hooligan Gang, but it's not really so special at this stage of the game cycle. There are so many Hooligan Gang cards. I think what makes him really interesting is that Premier League doesn't really have many cards like him in terms of having pace, defending, physical, as well as quality going forward. The SBC price leaves me kind of in doubt. I mean, it's a 400K SBC. I've done them for pretty much 20K and SBC fodder in my club. Looking at this card though, he looks like he can do a lot well. But the question here is he really going to excel at anything? We're going to see. Because I mean, when you look at this card, what's cool about him is that you can put a chem style on him and customize him. You can make him a cam. You can even make him a striker. But I think where we will be playing him is as a CM in the 3-4-1-2 formation. So yeah, we're gonna jump into the gameplay. I'm gonna let you guys know how my weekend league is going in the pre-trenches, and I'm gonna let you guys know, is Curtis Jones worth it? Let's go. All right, so as I told you guys, this guy's SBC is costing 400K to complete. Is he worth it? I have to say a negative on this one, Chief. I do think a better price for him would have been about 200 to 250K. But for 400K and how he plays in game, I'm not a fan of it. We're going to break down the stats though. Starting with the pace, he has 84 pace. And as expected, he feels very quick when it comes to covering ground. I mean, he has high work rates. He has 84 pace. In the midfield, if you need somebody with a lot of pace like him, he's going to do quite a good job. Coming out of the skill moves, he did have some decent acceleration for a midfielder. Not too shabby. Overall, I have to give his pace an 8 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about shooting. And what I will say is that he has a very decent shot on him. I did notice that from the right angle, that thing should hit the back of the net. His attack positioning was very nice too. He made a lot of nice runs. The hardest part I had about him pushing forward though was his dribbling. All right, he's not the clunkiest person in the world, but at the same time, he's not smooth enough to get the shot off in the late gameplay, which is what I played in today. Overall though, I have to give his shooting a 7.5 out of 10. If he overlaps, he'll get the job done. Yeah. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and honestly, it was probably my favorite part about this card. His passing is actually brilliant. He has 93 vision, 96 short passing, 88 curve, and he also has 88 long passing. So any pass you can imagine, he could execute at a very high level. So therefore, if you want a deep line playmaker, if you want somebody who's going to link the defense to attack, honestly, I think this card's going to be a very good option for you. And his passing has to be a 9.5 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and really, I will say, he feels very similar to like an informed Goretzka type card. He feels very similar to that card. It seems like they have the same kind of body type, the same lanky body type. And while he's not the clunkiest on the ball because he's not that heavy, he's not going to feel like a Balak or anything like that. He's, at the same time, he's not, he could get caught out. That's what I'll say. If you try too many fancy moves with him in and around the box, people will tackle you in the middle of them. And because he's so long, he doesn't quite have the elite dribbling, he might get dispossessed. That being said, though, I think he's very smooth for a bigger midfielder. He's able to possess, or he's able to hold possession of the ball very well if you keep it simple. And his L1 and R1 dribbling are fairly responsive. Overall, I have to give this guy's dribbling an 8 out of 10. All right, it's solid, but it's not amazing. Finally, we'll be talking about his defending and physical contributions, and this is where I really draw the Goretzka comparison. He breaks up play very well, better than the 78 interceptions would have you to believe, and it's really because of his pace, his high work rates, and the fact that he has such long legs. He was able to break a play actually very effectively. His stand tackle, once again, is decent, nothing more, nothing less. He has 85 stand tackling with 91 aggression, and what I will say is that when the ball is near him, he has a very good tackle. He has a very solid challenge. At times, the challenge does feel a little bit sloppy, but overall, he has a decent tackle on him. He tends to win a lot of 50-50 balls, and his stamina at 90 means he lasts all game. Overall, this guy's defending and physical contributions are an 8 out of 10. He's very good, not elite, but just very good. All right, guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think this Jones card is the perfect box-to-box mid. He's a very good attacking CDM as well. What I will say though is that for 400K, I want somebody who excels at more than one aspect of the game, and this guy just simply doesn't. His passing is probably his best attribute, but everything else he does at a very good, decent level, nothing more, nothing less. He's not going to break your team, but at the same time, he's just going to be a role player rather than a star player. Overall though, I have to give him an 8.5 out of 10. In my team, I think he works very well as a role player, as somebody who could do a little bit of everything, but for the price, I did want a little bit more than that. Alright guys, so you might be wondering how the weekend league is going, and unfortunately we have started off abysmally. That might not be a word. We have started off poorly, and really the gameplay has been horrible. I mean, I guess it's the first day of a promo. This is the first time in a long time I've played more than 2 to 3 games on a Friday, so maybe this is what happens on Friday. But we have started off 5-3, and every single game is a sluggish sweat fest. And the skill level seems to be very high today. I'm just facing people that feel like the opponents I see in D2 and D1. So the games are very close, they're very tight, and the gameplay is delayed. It's just not an enjoyable experience. But we move, and hopefully tomorrow we can get some more games in and get some more W's. Alright guys, so that's going to be the episode for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next episode, but until then,